The Adidas Supernova ST. Is this good, bad, or does it suffer from that funny kind of curse which is being, well, pretty good? So this is the Adidas Supernova ST. This shoe is not at the top of the Adidas range. You've got the Ultraboost there. Well, you've got those mid-price. Mid-price shoe is where you're looking at with this, but it still has some Ultraboost technology in there. You're looking at this being a road shoe, and because it's an ST model, it obviously has a bit of stability help, a bit more support for you. You're talking an 8mm heel to toe drop. Flexibility wise, yeah, it's not bad. That's okay, it's pretty good. Oh, we're there already with the pretty goods. For the sole of the shoe, you're looking at, well, to be frank, same as the Ultraboost. It has the Continental rubber underneath. Looks the same as an Ultraboost to me. The upper, well, you've got your kind of fairly traditional mesh. You've also got some welded overlays. This is a kind of a plasticky kind of material, and this is definitely full on plastic. Very similar, if not the same heel counter that you get in the Ultraboost. It's the midsole that I think gets interesting for me, because you've got Ultraboost material here, and then you also have EVA foam going around here as well. So it's using a combination of EVA foam and Ultraboost material. Now, Saucony do something a little bit similar on their guide shoes, on the later versions, and I love those. So I was quite interested to see if I was going to like the Adidas as much as I like the Saucony version, because to be frank, I love running in those Sauconys, and I was really quite excited to try this. Another point to note, and I think it's very applicable to this, is at the time of filming, is this shoe, when I looked online, it was approximately £65. I don't know what it is in dollars, I didn't look at that, but that's in England, we include our sales tax, so you're talking £65. The Ultraboost ST, the full top of the range one, that was currently retailing at £90. So it's roughly 2/3 of the price compared to an Ultraboost. But where is it in terms of how good the shoe is? Is it only 2/3 as good? Well, let's get into that, shall we? So what is great and what is not so great about this? Well, looks wise, there comes in a variety of different colorways. Hopefully you will be seeing them on the screen somewhere. Hard to work out where it is when you're looking at a camera. So yeah, it comes in all different colours, and I think some of them look really good. I'm sure there's something that's gonna, yeah, I'll probably meet your taste. The grip from the sole of the shoe, well, it's the same as the Ultraboost, so yeah, no issues. Runs fine, no slip, obviously road shoe, but when I've been running along a prom in wet, horrible conditions, I haven't had any issues at all with this. The cushioning, I would describe the cushioning and the midsole as comfortable. Certainly does a good job of cushioning. Not amazing. Yeah, pretty good. Oh, there we go, pretty good again. I also think this is a fairly well constructed shoe. So I think in the what's good, I think it feels like it's going to last. I think you could grind out a lot of miles in this shoe, and it's gonna put up with a fair amount of abuse. But it's not all buckets and spades and sandcastles. What are the things that are not so great about this? Well, the upper. I've played around with the lacing, I've slackened it off, I've faffed about with it. I've never managed to get it where it just didn't feel a bit tight and a bit restrictive. There is definitely not much room for your toes to splay. If you are wider foot, you really want to check in and try these on, because I don't think I've got particularly wide feet, but it never felt really comfortable. Now you might say, should have gone up a size. Well, I thought about that. I wondered if I should have gone up half a size, but another issue I've had is heel slip. Not lots, but just a little bit. And I thought, well, if I would have gone a slightly bigger shoe, I'm probably going to get even more slip from the heel. I have tried the lacing lock technique, as you might be able to see, depending if you're eagle-eyed, and that helped a little bit, but it doesn't feel perfect. It's certainly not like their Ultra Knit. It doesn't have anywhere near the comfort and the way that that shoe just kind of hugs around your foot and doesn't feel tight and restrictive. This does. I'll tell you what it feels like. It feels like when they were designing this shoe, they had a much smaller budget than the flagship Ultraboost, which is totally fair enough. I've got no issue with Adidas restricting the development budget because it's a mid-price shoe. And I feel like they probably did a certain amount of development and said, is that shoe okay? Is the shoe okay, lads? Because we're pretty much out of money now. And the shoe was like, well, the shoe's pretty good. That's fine. It's a mid-price shoe. Pretty good is good enough. And then they stopped and it just went into mass production. I don't know if that happened. I'm just guessing that's what's happened. I could be miles from the truth. It felt like if they'd have done a bit more R&D, a bit more development time, it would have been a really good shoe, but then it's possibly would be cannibalizing sales from its flagship shoe, and they want to sell more of the flagship shoe because probably in construction the flagship shoe, I'm guessing, costs almost the same to make as this. I'm not saying it's exactly the same, but I bet it's not that different. And because this retails for only 2/3 of the price of the flagship Ultraboost, I can imagine that they, pretty good is good enough. Really, that does sum up the shoe. It rides quite well. It's quite comfortable. It's not amazingly comfortable, and it's not terrible either. I have done some quite long, grindy miles in this shoe, and it was fine. It wasn't bad. It was pretty good, I know, again. But that really does kind of sum it up. But at the price point it's at, pretty good is kind of fine. If you want a really good shoe, then I think it's completely fair for a shoe manufacturer to say, you've got to pay a bit more money. You've got to pay for the flagship, for the really good shoe. That's where you get the amazing fit. Well, that's where you hope you get the amazing fit. But in the Adidas range, the Ultraboost models, I personally think are brilliant. This is not as expensive of those. It's roughly 2/3 of the price. And it's not like a third worse. That's probably terrible English, but it's not massive. It's not a bad shoe. It's not just, oh, it's okay. It's better than okay. For me, I think for trying to grade where I see it, I think you've got to look at the price. The price point on this is a critical thing because it is a mid-price shoe. So for 65 UK pounds, I say, yeah, 4 stars. It's not amazing 4 stars. It's not bad either. It's, yeah, for the umpteenth time today, it's pretty good. Hope that helps. And with that, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.